About kids taking Schedule 2 narcotics because they have ADD. Come on. I know a lot of you parents really probably give. I know this for a fact. The main reason kids are on that medicine is for behavioral problems. I mean, okay, Ritalin has been available since like the 60s or some shit, or the 70s. Adderall, all the ingredients in Adderall have been available since like the 60s too, or even the 40s probably. So, if kids have ADD so bad, why did we just start giving them the narcotics? I'm sure they did a lot of test trials with the methamphetamine medications and the amphetamine medications like Adderall. Amphetamine salt. Adderall has 4 different types of amphetamine salt. I know one of them is dexedrine, which is a very strong narcotic. People shoot that shit up on the street. It's like, oh, on the street, if you're an adult, you get caught with a little bit, tiny bit of meth. I don't do meth. I'm just, this is just what would happen. If an adult went out there and got caught using meth, you go to jail, man. You go to fucking jail. And it ain't like marijuana where they just slap you on the wrist and let you go, with maybe some community service. No, with methamphetamine, they fucking lock you up in prison. But oh, they just give it to the kids. Give it to the kids. Hey, kids, time for your amphetamines. Time for your Concerta. Time for your Adderall. Time da 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 da. And it's just the reason I'm making this video is because my nephew takes Adderall, and he's almost 10 now. I think he's 9 or 8. And the reason I've kind of lost getting to know him, like we used to be best friends. He's my best friend. I'm a loner. I'm a lone wolf. I don't have friends. I don't trust anybody. He was my best friend, and we would hang out every day and watch PlayStation, watch what's it called, whatever that shit's called, on the PlayStation. And ever since they started him on narcotic ADD medicine, I haven't seen him. He doesn't come over anymore. Like before, it was like, "Hi, Matt." My name's Matt. So he'd be like, "Hey, Uncle Matt. How's it? Look what I made." Or, he makes models and stuff, or I would do puzzles with them, and stuff like that. And I know when they get older, they do stop hanging out with you as much. But it's not like it went from like hanging out every day. As soon as he gets home from school, I help with his homework. He'd come out and whatnot and watch TV and play PlayStations. We look at gemstones. We collect stones, and we have a really big collection, so we look at our gemstones. But now I'm lucky if I get a high Matt, high Uncle Matt, and it kills me inside. It's just it kills me, and I tell my mom, and my mom's the one that's raising them, and it's just, I do the best I can to help her, but she won't let me. And I just, for any of you other parents out there, or uncles, aunties, whatever, who have family member children who are on these medications, I think when a child is put on a narcotic, especially like amphetamine, I think it should be thoroughly discussed with the family. but doctors are just writing scripts, writing script. You got $100 to pay the fee. Here's a script. They're drug dealers, and they're pushing these drugs on our children. They're setting them up for failure. There are probably a small percentage of kids that do need amphetamines, but my nephew does not. The majority of America's children does not need amphetamine, do not need Concerta, do not need Ritalin. We don't need this shit. The adults probably fucking need it more than the kids. I mean, all I know is, when my nephew was put on that shit, I fucking found a pill on the ground one time, probably one that he threw down or whatever. And I was like, this time where, you really put that saying to the test, you taste your own medicine. I'm not saying it's my medicine, but if an 8-year-old child can take it, I wanted to test it on myself, so I took that, and that shit made me spun as fuck. I was high as fuck for like 12 hours. It's a extended release capsule. But anyway, thanks for watching, America, or wherever you're watching from. So I hope other countries aren't doing this too. I know Canada is more strict about it, but they're still prevalent. I mean, the drug companies are practically run by Congress, and fucking all congressmen are fucking dirty as fuck. You got dirty pigs on the street, dirty fucking, I don't have nothing against moral, ethical police officers, peace officers, but I hate dirty cops. Dirty cops are like one of the worst type of people in the world. But anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent right now because I'm mad at the government for letting the drug companies do this to our children. And I feel like they're setting up our future generation for failure. And anyone who's watching this, please, or if you want to, and if you do pray, I would appreciate it. If you pray just for the children. Not even the children of America, but the children of the world. To protect them from this evil force of pharmaceuticals. And there are a lot of other problems going on with pharmaceuticals. Everybody knows that. This is a RX generation. But this is just, I felt this was the most important thing that needs to be stopped. Is feeding amphetamines and Schedule II narcotic stimulants to our children, the children of America, feeding it to them like candy, Alright, peace out, everybody. Hopefully this devil can be stopped.